Bushfires can be as devastating as they are unpredictable. But I'm trying to make calculating the next moves a little easier. Hi, I'm Nick from the University of Queensland, and I'm going to show you how I study bushfires. We already know a lot about bushfires and what conditions they thrive in. So when the weather is dry, hot and windy, firefighters are keeping a close eye on things. But if we could provide emergency services with a little more accurate picture of how the fires are affected by the meteorology, we could hopefully give them a chance of stopping them sooner. When there are bushfire events nearby, the Queensland Fire and Emergency Services alert me so I can gather data on what's happening in the atmosphere around the fire. And to record this important data, we need some high-tech weather monitoring equipment. The biggest piece of equipment is the Doppler weather radar. This radar needs to be pulled along by a truck, and when we reach the site, we level and raise the instrument so that the radar is positioned above us. It works by emitting beams of electromagnetic energy at particles of ash and smoke in the atmosphere, telling us exactly where they are and what direction they're moving in. This is important because it's not just the ground weather that affects the fire. We also need to understand the atmosphere above the fire and how that influences the way it spreads. Another way to find out what's happening above the fire is to release a weather balloon to observe how the conditions change at different heights. Weather balloons can only be used once as they are filled with helium, which means they continue travelling upwards through the atmosphere. On board, they have a mini weather station that measures atmospheric pressure, temperature, humidity, and wind speed. And this information is transferred via radio frequency back to my computer. And so we can confirm this data, we send up a UAV equipped with sensors. We can drive the quadcopter through the smoke and the atmosphere above the fire, gathering more data on the conditions. This helps us to build a 3D image of what the atmosphere is doing during the bushfire. And this gadget also measures temperature, humidity, wind speed, and direction. Let's check out this data. Good idea. We are only at the start of the project, but once I have enough data, I am hoping to build a comprehensive model of how weather conditions above bushfires influences the fire at the ground. Hopefully, this will allow us to better predict their path based on the atmosphere. So understanding what's happening up there might just help to save some lives down here, which I reckon is pretty cool.